What up, guys? Summertime is upon us, and we've got off the games, and we are back on our carts. You might remember this cart from some of my previous videos, the sledgehammer cart. This was an old manco, dingo, had the roll cage all on it. We chopped it up. It was a two-seater. We switched it up to the single seat. The idea here was to make a more conventional top cart, guys. Something easier to work on. I don't like traditional top carts, how they're all just crammed together. You need specific parts for them, things like that. I wanted to make something that was just easier to work on, but still had the same functions as a top cart. Not to mention this thing's a little more durable. Now, if you remember my previous video, this motor right here, I actually messed it up with a botched governor removal. Messed up the piston arm, but we went ahead and rebuilt it, replaced that piston arm, plugged the governor on it, shaved our fuel tank mounts here so our seat would have a little bit more clearance, and installed the aftermarket fuel cell on there. Now another thing with these top carts, guys, is they're really tight. Now me, I'm 5'11". This thing right here, adult sized. You're not all crammed up in it. I'm almost 6 foot tall and this thing's comfortable to me. Now, I did have it the original length of a top cart, which was like 54 inches from front wheels to back. And I had the low profile on here, the pillow blocks on top. I can only put it right here so my axle would clear my engine mount. But the problem with this, guys, was when the motor is behind this axle, what it does is it makes that front end just super light. This thing would do a wheelie, but it's not what I wanted it to do. If you want to get around the corner, you have to almost come to a complete stop, and even then, the turning was shitty as hell. But we went ahead and fixed all that up by stepping back our pillow blocks 4 inches and mounting them on the underneath instead of on the top. We wanted that low profile look, but it just wasn't going to do it. We went ahead and added this roll bar, or this bar, to give it some dimension, since we couldn't leave the wheels right here. We had to step it back so it actually pivoted right. You see this, how I got here, guys? Now, you either want that shaft either lined up perfectly with your rear axle, or you want that motor a little bit forward. If it's behind that axle, what it's going to do is it's not going to allow your front wheels to grip the ground. I've actually bought a few cheap carts online, and I actually figured out after I got them home why these guys were selling them so cheap, because the motor was behind the axle and these carts wouldn't even grab the ground. I'm pretty sure they couldn't figure out what the problem was, but the problem was the pivot on that motor. You want that weight forward, not in the back, you know what I mean? Unless you want to add 70 pounds of weight to the front of your car, which I don't recommend. You know, it's kind of crappy, kind of ugly. But we got the 59.2 sprocket here, the biggest small wheels we could find. This thing is totally going to haul ass. We went with the 40T chain. We went the good thick chain on here. I usually run the 35T, but I've been breaking a lot of them, so we beefed it up a little bit, and we're going to go with the big boy chain here. We got our pulse pump on there, ready to rock. Haven't got my stage 1 kit yet to purdy it up, but as this thing sits right now, just with the stock carb, stock muffler, this thing will perform just like I had a stage 1 kit on it. At this point, the stage 1 kit's just going to make it look cool. We're going to go with the black pipe and the yellow hoses. Right now, we just got some standard black hoses on it for testing purposes, and the stock muffler. That's the Predator 212 Hemi. Good motor. Like I said, I had to rebuild it from a botched governor removal, but since we already had it opened up, went ahead and sealed off that governor, cut that little kill switch off there. Now it's just completely degoverned, ready to go. This thing is going to be nasty. Just got my clutch in today. We just need to size our chain, throw a little air in the tires, and this thing is ready for the test run. I'm telling you, it's going to haul ass. Them little tires with that big sprocket, this thing's going to have some kick-ass acceleration. Have a nice day, Kart.